News tonight, it was worse than we knew. What was? According to the book, I Alone Can Fix It, attained by CNN, General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was so shaken after the November election, he feared that Trump and his allies might attempt a coup. He and other top officials informally planned ways to stop it. Now, these revelations come from these two Pulitzer Prize-winning reporters at the Washington Post, Carol Leonig and Philip Rucker, in their book that chronicles Trump's final year in the White House. According to the book, Milley told his deputies, quote, "They may try, but they're not going to effing succeed. You can't do this without the military. You can't do this without the CIA and the FBI. We're the guys with the guns." So, what is getting lost in this? Because this first flurry of the media is always about, oh, the military was upset and because Trump was so bad. I get it. But now you got to pause at this point. You've heard the headlines. What's the real question? Why did they feel this way? Okay? Why did Milley and others worry so much? Well, it turns out they thought that Trump was going to order them to keep him in power. But did he? Did he ever suggest anything like it? It matters. Another missed question is, if they did think that was happening, why did they believe their best response was to plan to resign one by one? They write that Milley's concerns only grew after Trump purged Pentagon leadership right after the election. That included the firing of Defense Secretary Mark Esper. You remember the general that stood aside Esper's successor a week after the election and said this?
"We do not take an oath to a king or a queen, a tyrant or a dictator. We do not take an oath to an individual. No, we do not take an oath to a country, a tribe, or a religion. We take an oath to the Constitution."
Now you know why he came with that message. So, in I Alone Can Fix It, the authors write that Milley viewed Trump as the classic authoritarian leader with nothing to lose. He drew parallels to Hitler. The book says Milley told aides, quote, "This is a Reichstag moment." Could be the modern American equivalent of brown shirts in the streets, referring to the pro-Nazi militia that fueled Hitler's rise to power. And that's heavy stuff, especially for a military man, to compare somebody to Hitler. Fast forward to after the January 6th insurrection. The book says Milley held a conference call each day with Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to collectively survey the horizon for trouble. What does that mean? And it describes the relief that Milley says he felt when Joe Biden was inaugurated on January 20th. Relief that there had not been a coup, thinking to himself, quote, "Thank God Almighty we landed the ship safely." What did they do to land the ship safely? The book quotes him speaking to the Obamas sitting on the inauguration stage. Michelle Obama asked Milley how he felt. His answer, "No one has a bigger smile today than I do. You can't see it under my mask, but I do."